In my opinion, we all have both traits. We all have narcissistic traits, empathic traits. There are toxic narcissists. I know that's true. There are toxic empaths. I know that's true. Most of us are somewhere in the middle and have a little bit of each. When Pop Pops and I first got together, Pop Pops had more of the narcissist swirl, and I had more of the empath swirl. And so the way we would fight is that Pop Pops would get worked up. Pop Pops lived in Italy for a while and can be very operatic in his emotions. So he knew how to slam a door, and he knew how to make an exit. Like there were these stage-worthy displays of anger. And I would retreat into myself and just get very, very cold, which was, I now understand, terrible punishment for him. And so over the years, we have had to do a lot of work, and maybe 3 marriage counselors, to figure out how do we talk about what we're feeling without blaming the other person. And I learned from my relationship with Pop Pops that I couldn't say,
Jimmy, you make me feel X.
He can't make me feel anything. I'm going to feel what I'm going to feel, right? And on the same hand, he can't say,
you make me feel X.
We just ran into a situation yesterday that in the old days would have triggered some kind of fight, old school behavior where I would have sulked. I had a doctor's appointment that was a scary one for me. And Pop-Up was dropping me off, and he said,
do you want me to wait?
Now, when he asked me that, I know that it means that he doesn't want to wait, right? I know it's like marital code. He doesn't want to wait. And my reaction used to be this anger inside of,
what a jerk. He doesn't want to wait. Doesn't he know I'm afraid?
Blah, 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 blah. And then what I would say to him was,
no, it's fine. I'll call you and you can come back.
And yesterday I thought, well, that's stupid. I've never even given him a chance. And I said, if you're asking me how I feel, I'm scared. And I always feel better when I know you're close by, when I'm afraid. That's how I feel. And he's like,
yeah, okay.
And we ended up processing the fact that we'd gotten this one wrong for more than 40 years because we were getting angry without communicating. And that's the thing that I think is toughest for anyone in any kind of relationship, being able to know your feeling, present your feeling, and be respectful enough of the other person's feeling that they can say, yes, I hear you, what I feel X. It's just hard to give up the anger that comes from making the other person the villain. So I remember, gosh, I want to say we'd been married 10 or 15 years, and we were living in Manhattan. And when we lived there, the way I went to the grocery store was I had one of those carts on wheels, one of those trolleys that everywhere else only old ladies push. But in New York, you're not in a car, maybe an Uber now, or you have Instacart bring them. But then everybody had carts. And I'd come home with my cart, and Pop Pop said something that triggered me. And I yelled at him. I just lost it. And I yelled so hard, there was like this fountain of spit. It was like this beautiful fountain of spit that sprayed out of my mouth. And I looked at it and just burst out laughing. I thought it was so ridiculous. And Pop Pops had never heard me yell before because it was not my anger style. He thought it was ridiculous. And we laughed so hard that it was over. And to this day, I have no memory of what I was so mad about. I don't. But it was a real breakthrough for me because I thought, oh, okay, that wasn't good. I didn't really express it very well, but I at least have made progress in noticing how I'm feeling so I can say how I feel. Now, I do have other relationship advice for young couples, because I see this one a lot, where in a couple, one of them will be like, I just want to feel heard. I believe that, but I also think that if we're honest with ourselves, what we want is for the other person to hear our point of view and agree that we're right? I want to say what I want to say. I want to back it up however I back things up. I'm going to back it up with Google or with a passage from the Bible or, with a quotation from somebody I follow. I'm going to back up my argument however I normally back up my argument. And what I want is for my beloved to say,
yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yes, you're right.
When does that ever happen? And I'm not sure that if it happens all the time, that's a healthy sign even. A healthy sign is,
yes, I hear you.
And then sending the ball back over, the conversational ball back over and saying,
I hear you and.
So relationship advice, you're going to get that from, Matthew Hussey or Esther Perel or whoever you follow. I'm just telling you from my lived experience from one relationship that we can look at under a microscope while the people in it are still living, that it's work for each person and it's work for you to do together. And on any given day, it's going to be harder or easier. And you learn how and when to talk to each other. Thank you so much for watching the video. It means the world to me. I want you to know this. If you're the kind of person who is very in touch with your feelings and not all of your feelings are helping you, if you feel like you don't have the tools you need to take action in your life, to take the next step, to create a rich life for yourself, and you wish there was someone in your life who was loving, who was not judging you, who was shielding you, if you're looking for someone who's speaking from life experience and not textbooks, then I can be your loving granny. I can be there for you. I can be a new kind of granny, a bonus granny for you. And you can be part of the community we're building that will be a private community and a safe space to talk about things that are about energy, that have an orientation to people who are empathic, who feel a lot, but also about getting things done that are very practical and very specific about how to make it happen. That's what we're doing. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe. Y'all know how to do that. And then you'll be there for all the amazing things that I'll be doing with the team this year and with you as you become part of the team. There's so much we can do together. As we move past, I'm the expert, you're the listener. No, we're on this life journey together. I've been on it longer and have some perspectives to offer. And I am also here to listen lovingly to you. So please be in touch. You can DM me. You can be in touch with me. I promise to answer. I'm there for you. Thank you.